Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm on to go on with my packaging challenge that I've been doing. I've been seeing heaps of other people getting into it as well, which is really cool. And I sat in the car the other day with some of my a box full of cardboard bits and some punches, and I punched out a whole lot of bases for my AT coins and a whole lot of little mini tag bases. So I'll be able to cover those with some scrapbook paper or whatever I want. So I've got heaps of those to start embellishing. But today I thought I have these foil tray cardboard that you get your foil trays wrapped up in. Not wrapped up in, but they surround your foil trays. That's a bit better. So I thought I might just messy collage on those and then cut them up into whatever shapes I decide to do. So I might just bring you in a bit. Hopefully it's not too glary. It is a bit, but oh well. Because I'm doing it on the glossy side, I think I'll use my Helmar's glue because I think I want to line this side with the writing paper or just leave it as is to write on. So I've got my box of scrappies, all my scrap bits that I found lately. So I reckon we'll do that. I'll probably ink the edges on the first one. And then I have these. They came off of one of your paper bags. And what someone had sent a rack to me that had one of the beautiful paper bags with all these little adverts and that. So I cut out all the adverts and made ephemera out of them. But I had a whole lot of like offcuts that weren't the full ads. So I've kept those for doing some collaging with as well. So I reckon I will I think I'll collage it with book page and that first and then go and put a whole lot of these on as well. So I'll just grab out some of my papers. I want to go vintage style with this lot, so I'll stick to the older looking papers. Some of that would be alright up there. Got some old picture there. I've got some of Mum's tea dyed paper with the pattern, a bit of a stamp, some more of that. So I hope you're all doing well. Some pianola paper. That wouldn't be too bad. I've got, I'm being invaded by people tomorrow. They're coming to, well, they're sort of friends of mine as well, but they're coming to catch up with my daughter and meet her new boyfriend. So I'll make myself scarce. So I'll probably clean up my own room, which really needs it while they're here. So I've been busy cleaning up my mess of books and everything that's invaded my kitchen and dining room area. Alright, that's enough to start with anyway. Just move that out of the way. Alright, so we're just going to rip and put basically. But I will ink, even though some of the edges will be covered. I never know which edges I'm going to cover and which ones I'm not, so I'll just ink a lot quickly anyway. So I was going to glue stick this and then stitch, but I don't think I'll bother stitching this one. I might stitch the next one, so that's what I thought. I'll use this glue because then I know it will stick to the glossy surface. So I don't know if I showed you my stickles mat the other day. I grabbed a couple of those because they were giving them away free at Collage, so each time I went in I'd grab one, and they're really, really good for gluing on and inking and that, because the glue just rubs off really, really easy, and the ink you can just wipe off with your wet wipe really quickly, so I'm finding that very handy. It's a little bit glary. Alright, so that's pretty well covered. There's a little gap there, but I reckon we can find some more bits and pieces to stick on here. So let's have a look what we've got left here. I'll just tear this bit off. That could go just there. It's a great use for the leftover bits of these paper bags. This has been fun too, it's relaxing. Rather be doing this than cleaning up the house, that's for sure. Right, I've nearly gotten rid of all the scraps off of this. I don't know if I want to put that piece on. I'm just checking for any more little bits that I've moved. There's one in the bag still. It looks like a nice one to put on. Now I have the biggest mess of paper on my desk, but it was worth it. Alright, I've got this one. Put it over there. Right, now this is double thickness because it must have been on the base of the bag. I'll just find my scissors, which were here. They're hiding under all the paper. There. See if I can pull this out. Cut this little bit off. And do the same with this. Too cool to waste little bits of these ads. Put that one there somewhere. And this one. So this is just going to be a collage to cut some tags and that out of, and they'll be like the background for some tags or journaling cards that I can add to. To leave these bits because they're sort of pretty stuck together. So I got that bit off. It's the same as that bit, not that that matters. I think that'll do actually. So what I'll do is go and chop them down. Hang on, I did find some more of this which might go somewhere. There. So I'll chop these down with my guillotine once the glue's all dry, and then I'll come back on and show you what they look like. It's a good way of using up the I cut one of these bags down to make a smaller size bag, and I had these little offcuts left, so like that. It's really great to use. Could put another little bit up there too, because it's a bit bare up there. Now I'm thinking, we did have the other bit that we sort of does need something just there. Just stick this on. There. I feel like I've got to stick, might stick that bit up there. It'll just add a bit more interest when I cut it down into small pieces. Alright, now I think I'm done. So it looks alright, doesn't it? I've just got to like trim around the edges as well, which I might do that right now. It's curved on the edges because that's where the cardboard was, but when I break it down I'll decide whether I want to straighten that or not. So that's our finished little collaged board that I will make some tags and stuff out of. So it's great use for the little offcuts of the bags, the brown bags. I must find some more of these because they're great fun to cut up and use as embellishments rather than as bags. So I shall be back and show you when I've cut them. So I haven't cut them up yet because I have decided firstly I shall do some stenciling and a bit of stamping. So I've grabbed this, it's Diamond Flourish by Kay's Craft, and I recently grabbed some stamps off of someone on the Journal Boutique group where we sell our bits and pieces. So there's this, can't read it, but yeah, this weird text stamp, so I thought I'd give that a go as well. So I might, well, I've got it out, I might as well stamp a bit first and then I'll do some stenciling. I don't mind if it doesn't come out perfectly or anything too. I've got my little makeup brush. I'll just show you a bit closer so you can see the stenciling there and stamping there. Adds a little bit more busyness on it for when we cut it up, which I shall go and do now. Okay, so I cut my collaged board up into bits and pieces. Now I haven't embellished any further because I'll do that when I go to put it in a journal. They'd look really nice with some black lace or calico tabs, Tim Holtz people, that sort of thing on them. But because I'm not sure what kind of journal I'm going to be putting them in yet, I'm going to leave them as are. They'd even look great just as is. So what I've done is I've cut out a few tags. Now they're all different sort of sizes. I'll show you one by one. There's that one. So they've turned out really nicely. And I haven't backed them yet, which I might do just with some old book page or something, just as a writing spot. This one I just liked the look of the ad as is, so I've left it like that. Can always embellish over the top of it and make a little sort of cluster or something with it. Do some layering. And these ones were just of the bits that had rounded corners and that odd shapes. They weren't going to look that good as tags. So I have left them to be like tuck spots or just embellishments. So I think they turned out really nicely. I'm heaps happy with that. A great way of using your partial bits and pieces of scraps as well as those paper bags. I love those printed paper bags. I haven't got any other than these, can't remember what that stuff's called, those ones. So, but even them, the scraps of them look really cool collaged. So I'm going to look for some more bags that have those sort of advertisements on them, and then use them like this and make heaps of ephemera with them. So thanks for watching and take care everyone. See you later.